Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Lord of all the beasts of the earth and fishes of the seas, Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Yukon Suck It. Word to your mama. So I am broadcasting to you once again from my secret underground headquarters, and I am bringing to you a deck inspired from a deck I found over on AetherHub, posted by one of my favorite posting guys named Smiler. Thank you, Smiler. This deck is referred to as Duplimancy, which is a callback to Vesuvan Duplimancy, which came out with the Dominaria United. So it's a recent card. And it's really interesting, but it hasn't really had a big splash. I mean, it's fun. You put it in, it does things. So I'm really having high hopes for this deck that it's going to be able to make use of that card very well. So let's take a look at what's in the deck, and then we'll take it out and play it out. So as far as I can tell, what we got going on here is we've got a bunch of creatures such as Balmor the Battlemage and Stormchaser Drake, Electrostatic Infantry, who make use of when instants and sorceries are played, right? This guy gets a +1 counter. This one gives +1 to everybody and trample to the end of turn. This one, if he becomes the target of it, will draw a card. Over here, when this chick comes out, here's the deal. I had to swap out a card in his deck, which wasn't legal. I put Bloodthirsty Adversary in instead, because you have the ability to get instants or sorceries from your graveyard and cast them without paying their mana cost. I thought that would work out well in this deck. Beyond that, we've got Shore Up, Slip Out the Back, which are kind of defensive cards because there's haste proof. This one phases things out. We got red cards that pump things up. Pump. Furious Bellows pumps. This one gives double strike or doubles, or I would say copies a instant or sorcery as it is being cast. So we got a bunch of stuff that'll activate all those guys' abilities. This one here, when it attacks, you enlist. Therefore, you can take the power of one of the other creatures that could potentially be attacking, and you put it onto her instead. So she'd be 2+ whatever. At which point, then you get to look at the top X amount of whatever of your library, and then you can pick one of them and then cast it without paying its mana cost. So this allows you to get to instants and sorceries as when it's attacking. Plus, you got Vesuvan Duplimancy, which then, as you are targeting guys with any of the spells you're playing with, you're then making copies of them. And so provided you make a copy of somebody with haste, such as Bloodthirsty Adversary or Thundering Raiju or Urabrask. Yeah, because this one will make a copy of legendaries, makes them into non-legendaries. That means they can attack on the turn that the copies are made, which is even better. And then this guy passes out tons of stuff, does a lot of damage, and then everybody's all attacking, and damage is being shot everywhere. I'm expecting it to be a damage palooza. In the lands, we just got some basics and some semi-fast dual lands. So that's the deck. Let's take it out and see how well it works. All right, playing against Seigneur Dragonnier. Seigneur Dragonnier, possibly. Silent G. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Creature. Let's keep it. Ooh, I get a touch of precious. Precious. There it is. All right, Stormchaser Drake, because I don't care about him so much. I touched it. Ooh, it's cracked open. You can see its insides. Ooh, Simic. Excellent. All right, red up. We're going to go for the Battlemage. And we're just going to slip in for 2 for the attack. We got to slip out the back to protect somebody. Green and blue isn't very much on being aggressive. Bounce, maybe. Yeah, have a good time. That thing's got reach eventually. We're about to pretty much empty our hand on this next turn. All right, and we're going to do it this way. We're going to Twinferno. And we're going to Ancestral Anger, I feel it deep within the bones of my ancestors. Yeah, why not? Have a good time. Or maybe I should have doubled up so we could have drawn 2. All right, keep that guy back. Defense. Down to 13. Another Twinferno. Whoa. Vesuvan Duplimancy sounds so good. That's fine, you're not flying. Got 1 mana. I'm not doing any math. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I know I have just a bit of... Let's just go ahead and Twinferno it again. We're going to do that, which is going to pump everybody up. Furious Bellows right there. Draw a card. Sure, why not? Nope. Okay, I got it. This game's over at this point. Let's go ahead and pop this guy back to oblivion. Yeah, fine. Have a good time. All attack! And in we go for victory! Victory! And we're playing against Adagio. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Plenty of red for what I need to do. We're going to keep this. We can double strike. That's not bad. Keep. In case I don't have anything else to play. And nope. That guy's a stupid jerk. And we got to get ourselves beat by robotic Ronins. He's going to shoot whatever I put out. The Electrostatic Infantry. No blocks. Taking the hits and down to 13. How do I stop this bleeding? That's the question. Alright, so I can double him up. Is this a sorcery? Nope, I can just do it on my turn. I'll attack. You gonna block me? Alright, down to 16 for him. Oh, a lot of direct creature pump. I'm just getting creatures like crazy this game. Alright, is he going to block is the question. Alright, so I've got just 1 super pump. Let's check it out. Alright, putting out a Stormchaser. And we're done. Because we're going to use the Twinferno here, potentially. This deck just feels like it doesn't want to play defense is the problem. And we're definitely losing mana or life way too quickly. All right, we're going to pass the blockers. One blocker. We're going to Twinferno him. Give him double strike. And they're both dead. But we got ourselves a nice card in the mix. All right, so 5 here. The question is, what can happen now? Is this all about just tearing it in? I've got enough to do doubled up. Let's just send him in. I'll attack. Nope. All right, and we're going to give this guy what he needs. And is that single strike? Looks like it is. All right, and another guy. It would be really disappointing if he throws out a land. Since he hasn't just thrown it out right now, I'm assuming he doesn't have it. And see, he's got to start being defensive at this point. Urabrask has haste. I think we might have this game, technically. He's trying to do math right now. This is a math game. No, that's not good. That's really not good. All right, so that one guy can do 8. I'm going to have to block it. Because what it doesn't have is trample. All right, so what's probably better here is just bloodthirsting my way through the situation. Getting something super awesome. What's it going to be? It's going to be probably double strike. No. Oh, double strike. Yeah, totally. There we go. Oh, attack. I didn't do the math. No math. No math! Stop counting. Just throw your dudes in front of it. Let's see what happens. Don't stop making me do math here. I'm not going to count. I'm not going to do it. And we win! No math wins the day! Touchdown, Lava Bears! Alright, we're playing against beren. Someone have to tell me how to pronounce that. 1, 2, 3, creature, keep. A little slow. Don't want to hear from the poop dragon. Oh, we're just playing against mono blue. Alright, we can put out the Stormchaser Drake. Can we be faster than them? You can try to counter that. Apparently not. Or at least the draw ability gets to go faster than his ability to counter it. And we'll put out number 2. And he did not get an instant or sorcery that turn. Alright, he's out of mana. We get to play something for 4, which is going to be Vesuvan Duplimancy. And I'll attack. We need another mana to be able to play Bloodthirsty Adversary effectively. We'll play another Vesuvan Duplimancy. We'll be able to double up on the amount of stuff we do. We can totally do this. This will work perfectly fine. All right, let's attack. Go for it. He thinks that it's a trick, which it sort of is. But I bet you my guy will still die. I just know I can build 2 Stormchasers out of the deal. And as you know, I'm not doing any math. Shore up's only give a +1, so therefore it's just going to be, it'll be a 3-2 out of the deal. I'll help him out. Right there. Come on. Right there. Don't wake up the dragon. He needs to sleep. Alright, so we're back to having nothing in our hand. This guy's having problems with his Delvers of Secrets. Got a lot of mana, though. Alright, so we got the mana for Bloodthirsty Adversary on the next turn. We go pull something great out. What's it going to be? Ancestral Anger, maybe? Here we got our own. Auto pay! Oh, that's not helping out terribly much. Let's super pump them. There we go. That super pump didn't work out terribly well. Alright, we got a couple flying guys. I got a lot of flying guys, though. Doesn't matter. What do I got? 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 12 total. He can block 3 of them. Alright, what can I do at this point? I have nothing that does direct kills on it. So Urabrask will just get killed by the stupid thing right there. Enlist whenever attacks. That's a slow thing. Okay, we just got to set up for the future. He's just going to counter things I have the ability to do too. Might have been that the Keldon Flamesage might have been the more appropriate thing to do. We're not going to attack. We're going to chill. Okay, so he can no longer actually draw a card on his turn. He has to draw them himself. There's another. Okay, so if I put this guy, 2 guys will get blocked. They're still getting blocked. Everything is totally cool. I just have to put it out at this point. Or else I'll lose it. Alright, so he's going to kill anything that doesn't have 2 mana, and I don't have anything else. We're good. There's your 1 card. Guess what you're not playing? Well, that's not good at all. Thing is, you got nothing to bounce with. Alright, we're going to play that for the land. We'll put out Kadma. What does it say exactly? You may exile instant sorcery with the rest on the bottom. And that's going to go to its power cast without paying its mana cost. That's going to be our helper. And we can put out another one of that. Still have the ability to get around it. It's totally fine. See, if you cast it now, you can bounce something. But he doesn't have enough mana. He's only got 1 mana. What are you thinking about doing up there, my friend? Are you just giving up? All right. Then we're giving up. That's what you're doing. We're done. That's all you get to do. You can play 1 guy. Alright, so I got to attack with these other 2. Let's keep our mana open. And let's next to combat. Attack and attack. Done. One thing I need to do is we need to create a couple of Thundering Raiju as well. And they have haste? Yeah, so it means I could just do this my next turn, potentially. Alright, Beren is getting really suspicious. And I just got to put a bunch of guys out. Let's see. Another diplomacy would be good, right? Sure. Alright, we're good. Alright, there's your one card. Let's go ahead and pull it. There you go. That's all you get to do. You get to bounce something back, though. What are you bouncing? One of those guys, huh? My turn. All right, I'm just going for it. All right, so mana up. We are going to Alright, so he can cast his counterspell at this point. Trying to counterspell. It's not going to do anything. But he will be able to bounce back probably Thundering Raiju, which would probably be the best thing he could do. He just would let it go. Alright, I'll attack. Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to pump up. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Let's go with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I just got to sneak 2 past at some point. Let's just give him a good game. Yes! Heavy losses on my side. But the black eyes continue. Victory! Alright, I'm playing against Glass 0004. Because so many people wanted to play Glass as their name, apparently. Keep. All right, this guy's playing green and white. Let's see if I can put the Battlemage out. And number 3 is going to get us into the Flamesage and attack for 1. That's an instant, right? We're cool. Nah, I'm not going to do it. We'll let it through. We're cool. I'm afraid of the tricks, my friend. Afraid of the tricks. All right, let's go for our attacks. Nothing. All right, we need something a little bit better than all that. All right, we got him down to 3. I think we could pump up the Battlemage by 3 on our next turn. And he's gone. Takes, what, 7 to pay the ransom on him, though? We're both ransom down. That's when we really needed our shore up. And we're done. Okay, you can still kill him on the next turn. I just gotta keep him alive and not pinned down. All right, come on. We can do it. Don't do anything tricksy. So I have to save him. I'll only be able to 2 points on my turn. All right, that's cool. We're fine. Put out a guy. All attack. And we win! Victory! Alright, so here we are with Duplimancy, the Izzet Aggro deck. And this has been such an incredibly fun deck. Such an incredibly fun deck. So, yeah, it just really spoke to the aggro player inside of me. You know, it's not terribly... I don't want to say strategic or anything like that, but you know, there's a systemic version of an aggro deck with, you know, aggro fire, pump, right? But this one is just bloodthirsty. It is so incredible. So what was the hero here? Who was the hero? It was a place where I really did appreciate the Battlemage. Stormchaser Drake did a good job of, you know, being able to keep more cards coming to you as you targeted them. Let's see, so I guess Twinferno seemed almost like, you know, it's a pretty even thing. One of the guys I really, really liked was Urabrask. I remember I tried to play with him before. I kind of felt like he was dumb. I don't remember why, because I would have loved this card. I would have loved it. What I love about it is the fact that your opponent can't keep the card that they get. They just get one card, and they have to use it or else they lose it. So they're not maintaining, you know, they're not able to build up their card base. And that is so good. Plus, then you essentially get 2 card draws every turn. You have to use one of them, but, you know, you make a second one that you get to keep. Altogether, that was fantastic. And he's got haste. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool altogether. Yeah, there's just a lot of really good cards. I haven't seen Keldon Flamesage before. I haven't played with it. I haven't played with Twinferno, I don't believe. So I knew doubled cards up. I was unaware that it caused double strike. What else is in here? Yeah, I've seen most of these other cards. It just seemed like this thing was new when I was looking at it. Like, really a bunch of new stuff. But mostly it was just because I hadn't seen the Flamesage, and I wasn't totally hot on the Heretic Praetor. But I was willing to give him another shot if he made good sense. He doesn't really work well with this deck. He doesn't really do anything in particular. I guess it gives you 2 cards, which is pretty decent. A little bit of extra card draw. It's not like he's actually like pumping up because of instance or sorcery, or, you know, helping. I mean, you know, he's not doing anything special with it. So let's give this thing a rating. The deal is this deck competitive? And I don't know how to say that. The deal is that like any good aggro deck, when it does well, it does very well. And when it doesn't, like, you know, the other person has a lot of control, or you just can't get any creatures, whatever the deal is, or you get absolutely no instants and sorceries, and you're just playing with a bunch of 1/1s for the most part. Yeah, I mean, it falls on its face. Thing is, I've seen competitive tournament-winning decks that are the same way. And so I can't really judge it. I'm going to say this feels like a competitive deck to me, yet in my personal play with it, it's a 50-50 deck, you know? So yeah, that's where we're going to go with that. We're going to call it a 50-50 deck. It's hard to say. Yeah, maybe if we get into places where there's a defined meta, say I'm just an open play. People are playing whatever crap they feel like pulling out there. You know, you can play against a bunch of different stuff, but I'm thinking this is probably competitive. Secondly, is it fun? I'm going to give it a gigantic thumbs up. I found this to be super fun. This is Dr. Suckett level fun right here. And lastly, was it interesting? And I just realized I hadn't talked about Vesuvan Duplimancy. And this is what gives this deck so much spice. Just because if you're able to duplicate, like you saw, you saw when I was duplicating Thundering Raiju. My God, that is a fantastic creature to duplicate, because they all have haste. Then they start spreading all that +1 around, and then they each do damage equal to the number of modified creatures. Insane. Not to mention that even just creating multiple Stormchaser Drakes, they're flying 2s, man. That is great. I had a ton of those guys. So yeah, there you go. It is an interesting deck because there's a lot of interesting plays you can pull because of the tricks you can play with Vesuvan Duplimancy. All right, so what are we going to rate it then? I'm not certain about the competitiveness, but it feels competitive. The rest of it is off the charts. And, interest, there's been more interest. Not off the charts interesting, but off the charts fun. So I've got to swing it up into the solid A category is what I'm going to give it. I think this is a deck I'm definitely going to recommend and hope that you enjoy. So if you end up playing with this deck, I hope that you enjoy it as much as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.